Welcome back to One Piece Anime Review, episode number 98. This is probably the only episode I'm going to do because I have a stream to do, and it might end up late, so I might not get a chance to do the video. So I probably save my comic corner for tomorrow. In these three episodes, we're discussing episodes 953 to 955. I got these episodes yesterday, but I just did not get a chance to do a video because it got so late. Got like 10:30. Like, nope, not doing a video at this point. By the way, these episodes finish up Japanese chapter 954 and go straight to 952 and go straight to pretty much basically that's straight to 954. So roughly about 2 chapters. We do have basically some voice actor debuts as one. Yes. Let's see, not this guy. Here we go. Let's see. Where are you? Here we go. For the Aka's bosses, Brother Opusa, he is voiced by William Afabu. Tonguro is by Sean Lataro. Chio, Cassie Ilu, and Yapate, Stephen E. Mullering. Now, new characters we have debut here. First up is Shiranosuke Ishimaru, which I have heard, and this is quite interesting. This is confirmed. This is the second time we had in this series where we have 2 characters in the show who are basically voiced by the same voice actor. Well, Jay Marcel has had a few times, but in the case of the main Straw Hats, where they all share a voice actor with a different character, this guy here is voiced by Chris Sabat. I was really hoping this guy voiced by Sabat, and yep, that proved to be the case. He makes debut in 954. He was a daimyo of Ringo. Yes, the country, the area basically where it was ruled by him, and yeah, and there's others. The other characters we have debut here, we have Inabi, one of the numbers, and he has no credit for an English dub actress yet. Goki. And Jakey. There's a few things going on here. Well, for one thing, Luffy meets the boss of the Yakuza bosses. He gets chastised for calling Haro basically an old man, and that's pretty much, Chopper gets praised for healing the prisoners. They make 2 contacts here. Well, we briefly see Kaido Big Mom fighting, and Queen is like, "Oh, I gotta go check out the prison." And then he gets a phone call. He gets a call via transponder snail, but the handheld one, the one that's like a pen. And he gets a phone like, "Yeah, everything's all fine here. All the prisoners are fine. We're all good here. Just want to inform you." Yep. And we do see apparently the ward is under Tama's control. And there is a flashback that explains this. He ate one of our dongos while he was tied up. It's like, "Yes, master, I'll help you, no problem." Yep. And it was Luffy's idea to tame him because, well, why not? It's a good thing they didn't tame the llama one, and he kept spitting every time he talked. Man, he was gross. Even Luffy basically coming back. And that's a brief scene in Wano, in the Udon prison. Of course, Kinemon gets informed by it, and he gets informed by something else a little bit later. We finally follow up with the ending of the previous episode, where Kaminatsu reunites with Hinori. And we do see a flashback, apparently, what he was up to after Hinori disappeared, apparently. So he hung out in Ringo, and he runs into the famous fox who lived there. By the way, the famous fox is also the sword thief. Yeah, apparently this fox can take human form, and apparently he's been stealing swords. So they came with this idea because, well, they're going to grave rob, they're basically going to take the swords and put them in hiding. But then, of course, basically they got tired, and of course he got arrested for stealing tofu. Yes, tofu. He's like, "We're not robbing graves, we're just moving all the swords so people won't steal them." And of course, they use the swords for the raid on, Ogawa basically later. They're like, okay, we'll return the swords once, of course, this whole thing is over with. And they probably will. And, of course, also, Hinori gives, well, Zoro a new sword in exchange for his previous sword he brought the Wano with him, which was Rinma's sword. He does mention he met him. He did. And I just read online, apparently the guy he met is a distant relative of his. Yes, Zoro. And this is about Oda himself. You see, Zoro's family is originally from Wano. And that's why he was able to wield the sword no problem. So apparently, Shigeru is not his father. Oh no, it's his great uncle. Like, that's interesting. I mean, since he didn't have any kids, does that mean Zoro basically is the new daimyo of Ringo? Completely unknown. I wouldn't be surprised when the Yakuza bosses put in charge is basically daimyo, but they don't really go into what happens in the country if the arc wraps up. And of course, they reveal that they go to the house that Kaminatsu stayed in, because they do show at first the store's building up, so they've had people put in a cave, and eventually it's like this very much finished cave. Of course, Kaminatsu's like, why is it like this looks so finished, like human did, and he does not know the fox he knew could turn into a human. And the fox goes off, and he's never seen again in the arc. No, I'm not kidding about that. He goes off and never seen again. He's like essentially written out of this arc, because his whole thing was protecting this area until he came back, and he leaves, never to hear from him again. Isn't that weird? It's like they introduce his character, he's around for some time, and he just disappears. There is no real explanation of exactly why he just basically disappears. He just does. What do you saw also, Frankie, is still building the ships. Not done yet. Oh yeah, there's also the whole thing of the prisoners, where they're still kept there, and Law basically beats the base of Hawkins. Well, figure out though, apparently he joined it because basically kind of wanted, and apparently Scratchman Akapo, he actually was already part of he was also already a subordinate early on. Yes, something that Captain Kid found out, Captain Kid mentioned later on when we ran into him. Yeah, him and X Drake. I'm trying to think, was anything else? Of course, Hinori gives, well, like I mentioned, he gives him Emma one of Odin's swords. His other sword went to basically Momonosuke. Hinori probably gave it to Zoro for two reasons. One, because he's a really strong swordsman, and two, basically, she has no desire to take up a sword. Despite the fact it's legally hers, she gave it to Zoro because she has no desire to do it. She's basically not a swordswoman, so she's not trained to use it. Zoro is. That is my personal guess, basically, of the reason why he was given us that sword. Though we don't see an action just yet, per se, but we will soon. Yep, that's literally what happened over the course of the episodes. Not a lot, per se, but definitely interesting. Now, I do know for a fact that they have dubbed, officially as of right now, to episode 988. And I know that later on this very month, we're going to see the release of basically episode 1000 dub. Which means, well, basically next set of episodes release will be 989 to 1000. Which means, as of right now, because I think the most recent episode was like 1072, I think it was. Which means by the time that episode gets released, there's only 72 episodes left to be dubbed. Yeah, 72. But in the case of Bachelor right now, I'm only planning on doing 12. I just got done 9, so I got done 3. So I have effectively about 9 more to go, and then and then I'll work on some Doctor Who for a bit, and then I'll head back to Ultraman to cap up the series, and then work on 5-Man. Yep. But yeah, that's been pretty much it. Particular view. I might not get time, but this might be the only video I put up today. But I made sure I get this one done. So until you see you later. Bye.